What's going on, guys? Boy Joey Shakes 92 coming to you guys with a video right now. Want to go over the Saints game. Eagles season is done. Congratulations to New Orleans Saints. We didn't get killed by the Saints, but you know, it was a very close game. The Eagles just lost grasp of the game. I'm just going to go over it real quick. So the first quarter was the Eagles' quarter, scoring 2 touchdowns, and we were running the ball and passing the ball very nicely, and then adjustments were made in the second quarter. Brandon Brooks, the right guard, goes down, and then we had some injuries. Jason Peters later in the game. Fletcher Cox was out for a little bit, but he came back. Michael Bennett was out for a little bit when he came back. Vontae Max was out for a little bit, and that hurt us a little bit, but he came back because Hawkins, the cornerback, they were aiming, Drew Brees was aiming at Hawkins most of the damn game when he was in. But congratulations to the Saints. They fought against us. They fought hard, and I think the Eagles took advantage of the situation in the beginning because the Saints had about 2 weeks off. Didn't start any of their starters for the last game of the year, so they had a lot of the starters had a lot of time off, and I think they adjusted. I think Sean Payton adjusted to what we were doing, and it was very tight coverage, and it was hard for us to get the ball out. So necessarily it wasn't really the offensive line. I thought the blocking was very good, but where we needed to get the most, I think the Eagles could have won this game. They could have definitely won this game. Alshon Jeffrey misses a catch at the end of the game, goes right through his hands, but I'm not even mad at Alshon Jeffrey. He was really upset. He was pretty much crying, very upset. I give that guy props. Love the guy to death. I don't put the blame on him, even for that one catch. I understand the circumstance, but it was a lot of things. It wasn't just Alshon Jeffrey. So I'm pretty calm now. I was kind of just sitting there thinking, gotta be proud of this team and what they've accomplished. We tried. We could have came back, and we couldn't. Every 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, Michael Thomas was catching every ball, and our defense could not keep him inside the lines. They were guaranteed every 3rd down. And every time we got on offense, we had at least one penalty. So we couldn't really do much ever since that second touchdown. Ever since Nick Foles threw that underneath throw pick to Marshawn Lattimore, that's pretty much where it all went downhill. But did I want more? Of course we want to win this game, get to the NFC Championship game, and try to get to the Super Bowl again. But you know what? I'm proud of this team for what they've done all year. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. When I thought we were done, we turned a corner for a team that went 4-6, and came back after that Saints embarrassment. We came back and did our business. The coaching was better. Golden Tate got more snaps in the game as the season went on, and he still had a good catch in this game as well. But, when I think about it, I love Nick Foles. I love Carson Wentz. I don't care who's my quarterback next year. It does not matter. Carson Wentz is the guy. He's the fucking man. I can't wait till he gets 100%, and I can't wait till he hits this damn field next year. So there's a lot to look forward to, Eagles fans, and everyone that has subbed to my channel. There is a lot to look forward to in the future. It sucks. It sucks that we couldn't get there, but I'm not really that mad about it. I'm mad about it, but I gotta think the other way. Like we have a bright future. I mean, we've gotten to the playoffs twice and won a Super Bowl out of the 2 years that we've had. So going forward, this is not a bad thing. We're gonna lose some players next year. There's gonna be a few guys on and off the off the field. Not really gonna get into an Eagles uniform next year. Depending on what goes on, what happens. A lot of cap space is coming towards us, 30 to 35 million in cap space next year. So there's a lot to work with, and we're not losing our whole roster next year. We're gonna be a formidable team. Just need some upgrades here and there. But I'm proud of this team for what they did. I have to give it to them. I told myself after later in the year, I said if they make the playoffs, if they win a wild card game, I'd be happy. I'd be happy. Before the season started, I said as long as they win the division or they get into the wild card, I'll be happy. But we always want more. And what we wanted was a repeat this year, because I think with this win against the Saints, we could have won against LA and we probably would have gotten to the Super Bowl. But I'm not, I'm just glad that, I know it's a year-to-year season. I understand, there's a lot more on the line, but I'm proud of this team. I'm going to say it a million times. I am. For the fight they have, if this is Nick Foles' last game, what's more likely it probably is, we'll always have memories of him. And there's a lot more to look forward to. We have free agency. We have the draft. And, you just can't sit there and be this pissed about this game. We shot ourselves in the foot during this game. How many stops did we make on third down? Not many. How many stops did we make and then try to get on offense and get something going? The Eagles had chances during this game but couldn't get it done. We just couldn't. We looked like what we looked like earlier in the year. Couldn't get the offense going. The run game was not too good. Foles had some time. Foles had time to throw today. There's maybe, a few fucking times where Foles was a little bit pressured. But other than that, we were pretty much in good hands in this game. And we had a chance. I think we probably could have won this game if the defense held, if Alshon caught that pass and we went down and scored. It was just an off game. And the Eagles fought their hardest. Injuries were lingering. And we weren't playing 100%. But what I'm happy about is we have a team that's affordable for next year. We have a defense for next year. We have guys coming back next year. We have Cravon LeBlanc, a fucking guy that literally we got off the street pretty damn much. Not on the street, but from another team. And has become a very good corner, very good nickel corner for us. I've been happy with him. I've been very happy with Avonte Maddox and what he's been doing. Guy's a fighter. Guy has a lot of spirit, and these guys are very cheap to have on this team. And that's two pieces on this defense that you don't need in the secondary. So either you have starters or you have depth. So I'm very excited to see what the Eagles are going to do. But I'm not getting into the offseason right now. I'm going to wait till the Super Bowl is over. Then I will get into all my draft videos after that. But I felt bad for Alshon, but it's not all his fault. I already tweeted him out today and said, bro, it's not on you. You guys fought hard. Philadelphia Eagles, you guys have fought hard this year. I'm very fine with what happened. Okay, I'm good with what happened. It is what it is. We lost the game. I'm not gonna hate the team because of it. This doesn't make Nick Foles not a good player. This doesn't make other players not good on the team. Everybody tried their fucking heart out. Everyone tried their heart out. We were given a situation. We tried to take advantage of it. We were up 14-0. Okay, and, we blew it. And it is what it is. We had chances. The Saints gave us so many chances during this game, and we could not capitalize. The defense was on the field way too much. Defense was tired. 3 and out. It would be, 3rd and 5, penalty, back for, 5 yards. You know what I mean? Back 10-yard penalty. And you know what I mean? It all comes into effect. The New Orleans Saints have a great football team, and they're all in this year. They don't have many draft picks at all. They spent a lot of money, and they spent a lot of draft capital to go get it this year. So that's with that. But not mad. I'm not. We got hit with the injury bug real hard this year. We really did. More than we could say, which makes this team even better because we had more injuries. I think we had 14 people, 13 to 14 people on injured reserve this year. I think we only had about 6 on injured reserve last year. That's almost double, more than double. I'm not giving up on this team. Next year is a whole new year, and there's so much to look forward to, and I can't wait to see what the Eagles do. There are going to be hard choices that are going to be made, and we're going to have to accept them as Eagle fans. There are going to be things that we have no control of, and whatever the team does, we have to respect it, and we have to move forward with it. You know, if everyone thinks that Carson Wentz isn't our franchise quarterback, you should really get your fucking head checked and really think the obvious. We know what Carson Wentz can do. I think he was just put into the season way too early. I think he needed more time, and hiding that fractured back injury was the later cause of what we're doing. So Nick Foles came in and started slinging it. But I have nothing to be ashamed of. I'm just glad the Cowboys didn't make it. That's why I didn't laugh at the Cowboys yesterday. I was happy they lost, but I still thought in my head, we still have a game to play tomorrow, and all these Eagle fans are making videos. I mean, there's ones that are, making jokes about it, but other than that, when people are being serious, talking mad shit about it, then it's like, dude, we have a game tomorrow, and everyone's talking shit about the Cowboys. I understand that. That's why I didn't say a fucking word about it yesterday. Because karma's a fucking bitch, and it caught up to us in this game. So, I felt really bad for Alshon Jeffrey missing that catch. I think it would have to come down to a Saints field goal. I think it would have came down to that if we scored that touchdown. It would have been a 1-point lead, and then it would have been, a minute and a half left on the clock. And that's pretty much it. I'm not even mad. And people are going to see me, oh, the Eagles lost. But I'm like, yeah, Eagles lost. It is what it is. The Eagles did much more than we asked. Okay? We didn't expect them to make it to the divisional round playoffs. We didn't expect that. And we all have to respect this team for what they did this year. For all the injuries they had, the quarterback change, and the slow start that we had for fucking 6 games. So I'm not even mad about it. I'm happy that they made it far. They did more than what I asked them to do. Okay? They did more than what we asked them to do. And they did what they had to do. So I'm not mad. I'm proud of this team. I'm happy that they have created this inner fight through the year, and they really fought their asses off as a fucking unit for what they had, for what personnel they had on the field, and what they had in that lineup. We ended up getting 2 corners. We drafted a corner from Pittsburgh and Avonte Maddox. That's played safety, that's played nickel, that's played outside, and looks like a pretty good outside corner. You got Cravon LeBlanc from the Lions practice squad, was with the Bears before that. Jim Schwartz never even heard of Cravon LeBlanc. And look what he's done. He's done an absolutely phenomenal job. His first year on this team, in the middle of the season. Pretty damn good, pretty good start to get this shit going next year, because we'll have this defense in a really good position. That's 2 guys on this secondary you don't have to worry about. With Jalen Mills coming back, Russell Douglas still on the roster. You're loaded at corner. Now it's all about finding that prime starter on the outside. Don't know what's going to happen, but that's a conversation for another day. But Philadelphia Eagles, I thank you. Nick Foles, I thank you for everything. Alshon Jeffrey, you've worked your ass off. Everybody worked their ass off, and that's all we could ask. So let's just watch the rest of the playoffs, watch the Super Bowl. Hopefully the Patriots fucking lose whoever they're facing. It's going to be Saints and Patriots most likely. But, hey, it is what it is, man. I'm happy what they did this year. I am. I'm more than satisfied. And I told a lot of people. I've told Spunky. I've told everybody I'm more than satisfied. We make the playoffs, I'll be satisfied. They've done more than what I asked them to do. From all the injuries, I'm not expecting, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I can't be mad at it, because they can only have what they have. We have no depth at corner. Once Avonte Maddox got hurt in this game, you got Hawkins coming in, a guy we signed that I have no idea who he is. Got to think about shit like that. It sucks. It's hard to repeat. When you give it another year, we could be back in the playoff spot. Sometimes it takes 2 years. Sometimes it takes 2 years for a team to get back after winning. And I think next year could be our year. Just need to see how it goes in the offseason. But the formality, the glue sticky, just the integrational, just how this team is together. But when fully healthy, it's a good sign. So that's all I'm going to say. This video is already 16 minutes long, so that's it. You guys can be mad at me for saying all this or whatnot, but this is how I feel, and I love this team and proud for what they did this year. So let's watch the rest of football. It was nice going through what we went through and the fight back for what it took, and couldn't be any more proud. So I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up? Flawless Fly.